You know, it always amazed me how a caterpillar could turn into a butterfly. How something that could only crawl could one day spread its wings and fly. How Jesus took dirt and spit and prevented a man from being blind. How a seed buried under a pile of gravel and dirt could one day blossom into a flower. How Jesus himself could be born out of the same lineage as thieves, adulterers, prostitutes, murderers, and liars. How gold can only find its value after it goes through the fire. See, I learned that difficulty was never meant to expire. Difficulty just allows beauty to transpire. Trials just aren't evidence of doom. Sometimes they are the criteria in order to bloom. Writing people off isn't a characteristic of God, but perhaps it's just a character flaw in us. See, how many of us have memorized scripts that told them that they weren't enough? Scripts propelling them to play roles they never auditioned for. We were told that zip codes were the evidence for how their stories would unfold. We made assumptions about their location before we ever knew their names, but zip codes only tell you where you're from, but they don't get to tell the story of where you're going. See, it was a time, too, when they wondered what good thing could come out of Nazareth. Yet it took a Nazarite to change the narratives. A baby making his grand entrance in a manger, transformed to being a lifesaver, a trailblazer. Some call him Jesus, others call him Savior. He took on the reins so you don't have to. Defy death so you can defy the odds. They will call it luck, but we say it's God. God writes your story. Your upbringing isn't your life sentence. God can turn your question marks into periods, period. Do you realize that grace decides to befriend those that we least expect? That grace donates to those that we hate, uses strange things to confound the wise, and you think that they can't thrive. See, it's easy to give them a label without seeing that maybe they never been given anything that's stable. Perhaps it started when a father's smile was absent from their cradle, so these streets gave them the same old fable. Yet what if we are the instrument to show them that God is able? I said, what if we were the instrument to show them that God is able? See, some call them reprobate, while others use them to pontificate. But what if God just wants us to relate? See, it's easy to move our thumbs, but never move our feet. Easy to move our mouths, but never extend our hands. God can turn their quicksand into sand castles, but we think that they're a hassle. My God specializes in turning resets into resurrections, can turn regrets into lessons, allows dead things to walk out of tombs, paints sunshine from a puddle of gloom. Do you feel him in this room? Do you feel God's presence in this room? See, do we truly believe that we serve a God that can make lifeless things bloom?